What's going on, everybody? Ryan Cody here from Bordentown Families for full-time in-person instruction. As always, Rocky and Gracie, beautiful Thorntown Park, Bordentown, New Jersey. But just real quick, so we finally can see the light at the end of the tunnel with herd immunity. Herd immunity is a reality that is quickly approaching us, and that's due to a combination of vaccinations and also natural immunity among the population. Now, the cause of natural immunity can be twofold. It could be from people who have had the infection, and now their antibodies, their B cells and their T cells are revved up enough to provide them with appropriate protection from SARS-CoV-2 infection, the virus that causes COVID-19. And then also people that just have natural immunity, because there was a percentage of the population that had natural immunity to SARS-CoV-2 in the first place. So those three things, those two things, vaccines and natural immunity, are going to bring us finally to the place that, to this elusive herd immunity, and we see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. But because we see that, the anti-science fear mob is in full alarm mode right now. They're talking about unsubstantiated, not fact-based claims of new strains of SARS-CoV-2 that specifically affect children. That's number one. And there's no evidence, or there's no science that supports that. If you'll remember back to last May, about a year ago, we were hearing all these reports from the mainstream media about this mysterious inflammatory illness, which wasn't mysterious. It was actually Kawasaki's disease that was popping up in children that have had a COVID-19 infection that left them. And this inflammatory disease was gonna, kill, tens of thousands of kids, and that never came true. It was actually Kawasaki's disease, which has been around before COVID and tragically will continue to be with us after COVID. So now, again, the anti-science fear mob is talking about these strains that specifically affect kids, unsubstantiated, unscientific. There's no evidence that says these strains are alive and well, and it's all speculative is what it comes down to. It's all speculation. So that's number one. And then number two, people are claiming that unless children get vaccinated, unless children get inoculated, they will keep SARS-CoV-2, they will keep COVID-19 alive. And until children are vaccinated, or until a vaccine is approved for children, this virus is going to be with us. That's not true either. And that's not true because children, as we know, and the science backs this up, have a more difficult time. Wow, there's a coyote right there. Or no, I'm sorry. Fox, not a coyote. Pretty cool. Isn't nature awesome? Children, as we know, have a more difficult time contracting and transmitting COVID-19 than adults do. And this has everything to do with science. It has everything to do with the ACE2 receptors that align our upper respiratory systems. The spike protein in COVID-19 has a difficult time attaching itself to the upper respiratory systems. Sorry, the dog's going crazy about this fox right here. So the spike protein in SARS-CoV-2 has a more difficult time attaching itself to the cells that align the upper respiratory system of children. And then on top of that, so children are safe to begin with. And on top of that, and I'm gonna put out a video later today talking about death rates, because again, we locked down and we closed schools because we were told were going to die, and tens of millions of people. That never happened. We didn't close down, we didn't shut down because people were going to get sick. That's just the reality. We were told people were going to die, mass casualties. Didn't happen, is not going to happen. So I'm going to post a video later about death rates among age groups and show you guys how age is by far the number one determining factor in COVID-19 deaths. So again, we have children who are kind of naturally protected from this virus, and then when you combine that with the adult population that's going to receive vaccinations and the adult population that has some level of natural immunity, we're going to reach herd immunity. So do not be discouraged. Do not be persuaded by the anti-science fear mob. This is coming to an end. Things are all trending in the right direction. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Say bye, Rocky and Gracie. They're obsessed with that scent from the fox.